There are reports that PDP is reaching out to Peter Obi.
Yes, why not? He was our member. In fact, if I were Vice President Atiku, I would have, in 2023, I would have said, "Now, Peter, you were my Vice President at that time. Now, I'll support you." He would have been a statesman. Peter is good. There are other good people.
What level of contact have you had with Peter Obi, for instance?
Not for now, because I'm still, I'm the leader of the delegation. But I've met people. I've met him. And I've met people, that are going to be the people he will refer to. And I've sat with them for hours, and we're moving step by step.
Oh, too little, too late. Professor Jerry Gana is one of the founding fathers of PDP, and according to him, he was given the assignment to approach and convince Peter Obi to move back to PDP and take the presidential ticket because they've zoned the ticket to the south. All the actions of PDP are coming too late. Despite the fact that Professor Jerry Gana backed Wike in 2022 because he believed that the presidential ticket should have been zoned to the south. As a matter of fact, he invited Wike and Atiku Abubakar to his house. Both of them honored him, but it doesn't seem like he told Atiku Abubakar point blank that he shouldn't be on the ticket. Now he's saying that if he were Atiku Abubakar, he wouldn't have contested. He would have said, "Okay, Peter Obi, since you were my deputy in 2019, I will now support you in 2023. That would have made Atiku Abubakar a statesman. He lost that opportunity. All their actions are coming very late. It wasn't as if most PDP members didn't know they should have zoned the presidential ticket to the south in 2022. But because they are always transactional, PDP members are known for transactional politics. They always work for the highest bidder. So that was why they didn't want to zone the ticket to the south. If they zoned the ticket to the south, that would have eliminated Atiku Abubakar. And if he was eliminated by zoning, he wouldn't spend thousands or millions of dollars buying delegates. So the PDP members were focused on the money, the highest bidder. Despite the fact that it was reported that Wike purportedly spent $30,000 on each delegate. That's dollars, not naira. They always knew that Atiku Abubakar would always match or even outspend any other opponent. He's very good at winning presidential primaries. He remains to be good at winning presidential elections. Now, to what ADC, the coalition party, should learn from what is happening in PDP today. Remember how concerned Nigerians protested and demanded at PDP headquarters in Abuja in 2022, asking them to give them Peter Obi, that it was time to nominate a young person, that they were tired of old men in power. Imagine the age of Atiku Abubakar at that time, but young Nigerians demanded from PDP to nominate a young candidate. They refused. Peter Obi himself toured the entire state. He tried to convince many state executives that there was no more money to share, that Nigerians should work towards competence and saving the country from further hardship. But they looked at him and mocked him, because these guys, what they know is transactional politics. You are coming to them to campaign and ask for their votes, and you're not bringing anything to the table. They were expecting him to come with thousands of dollars or make promises. But no, he came there as someone who doesn't give shishi. He was trying to convince them, but they mocked him. That was why he left. So if you look back and see what happened in PDP, how they saw the signs on the wall that it was time to stop transactional politics, but all this they refused to heed the advice of many people because they were focused on the money. The same thing is happening in ADC today. ADC members, they are all talking about open primaries instead of zoning the presidential ticket to the south, like APC has already done, including this PDP. They already zoned their presidential ticket to the south. What they should have done in 2022, now they've realized their mistake after losing how many governors. In fact, some governors that are still under PDP, they haven't decamped, but they are openly adopting another person as their presidential candidate, someone that is not a member of their party. Nigerians have never seen this type of thing before. Yes, under Obasanjo's administration, no one would dare to say this. Rather, that governor might decide to walk behind the scenes for a particular candidate that is not from his party, but saying it openly that they are adopting someone that is not a member of their party. It has never happened before, but it is happening before our eyes. ADC, the coalition party, is supposed to be following trends. When others are going to the right side, you are not supposed to be going in the opposite direction, the left side. So all major parties are zoning their presidential tickets to the south. ADC is saying they are leaving the presidential ticket open to everyone to contest. That means they don't stand for equity, justice, and fairness. As a political party operating in Nigeria, they are supposed to operate based on zoning like other parties do. Yes, theirs can be different. Based on the zoning arrangement in Nigerian politics, power went back to the north in 2015. It stayed in the north for 8 years and came back to the south in 2023. Are they trying to say that if a northerner wins the presidential primaries, that they will boldly back that northerner to contest against a southern candidate? Is that the message they are sending to Nigerians? As a new party or a newly formed coalition, are they not supposed to follow trends? Are they not supposed to appeal to the wider Nigerian public? Never mind the fact that political jobbers affiliated to one of the candidates in ADC are trying to sell the narrative to Nigerians, especially southern Nigerians, that only a northerner can defeat Tinubu in 2027. This is very laughable. Anyone Nigerian politicians back and Nigerian public vote for will defeat APC and Tinubu in 2027. It's not even hard because every Nigerian experiences what is going on right now. Every Nigerian that lived in Nigeria in 2022 knows that this government has failed woefully. Look at the exchange rate. Go into the market, you will experience the suffering in Nigeria. The price of goods have tripled, in some situations quadrupled. So to campaign against these people in 2027 or in 2026 will be the easiest for any candidate. So there's nothing like this person can only defeat this, that, or that northerners would only vote a northerner. No, these are laughable ways they try to bamboozle Nigerians to support a northern candidate. It will not work. These people are only deceiving the candidate. As a matter of fact, when you look at the people that campaigned for him in 2022, the way they dropped him after he lost the election and even moved to his opponent, they are working for his opponent today. So you can understand the kind of people around him. They are always after that dollars. Other laughable narratives they spread in the south is that Atiku Abubakar is the only person in the ADC that can defend his votes, unlike Peter Obi that was voted for in 2023 and he didn't defend his votes. Very laughable indeed. Instead of falling for this narrative, ask the person telling you this what Atiku Abubakar did in 2019 when Nigerians voted for him mostly because of Peter Obi, especially southern voters. What did he do? He didn't even come to court. Immediately they lost the election, he flew back to Dubai. It was Peter Obi alone that was attending the court. Yes, you can see this image. That was in 2019. At that time, he felt so big to be attending court sessions. That was why he didn't attend. He was in faraway Dubai. Peter Obi followed the court process up till Supreme Court until they lost at the court. Also, in 2019, he came second as announced by INEC. What did he do to defend his votes? Since he's now a Superman, why didn't he use his supernatural powers to magically and miraculously change his position to become first, since he's now a defender of votes? All these laughable narratives, Nigerians shouldn't be falling for them. These are political jobbers. They prey on your mentality. Whatever they feel Nigerians are talking about, they try to reverse the psychology to get at you. Yes, some Nigerians falsely claim that they won't vote for anyone who can't defend his votes. What do people mean by defending votes? Are you not the person that voted? What is preventing you to make sure that in that your polling unit, the polling officer records exactly how people voted? Yes, the person has the obligation to protect the will of the people. So it is your duty as Nigerians to make sure a polling officer records exactly what you guys voted at the polling unit. And you have the right to follow that vote to the World Collation Center. Yes, it is your right. It is within your right to protect your own vote. Since you know that your opponents are riggers, they believe in rigging. If they don't believe in rigging, Nigeria wouldn't be this way. Yes, this has to be said again and again. Anyone that is hoping to be voted by the people will not be punishing them through failed policies and be looking at your face while they are enjoying buying new presidential jets, flying around the world, throwing money around, and they will be looking at you, they see your suffering and be telling you, please hold on. have patience, things will work tomorrow. From tomorrow, they tell you in 2 years. After 2 years, they are now telling you, no, it will not work in this term. It will take 2 terms. So give us another term. We will make sure everything works by 7 or 8 years. Even 419ers don't operate this way. They know their limit, that there's a time when you tell people to wait for money to be paid, and once you turn around second time, third time, the people will just not trust you anymore. They will lose that confidence. But these politicians, they prey on the minds of Nigerians. They know that we are so gullible. Since we are too nice, we don't hold grudges. We know these people punish us, but when we see them on the road, we hail them just for peanuts. So there is still time for the ADC, the coalition party, to do the right thing. Presidential primaries are still more than 1 year away. Many parties will start doing their own by 2026, maybe around middle or late 2026. But right now, many parties have started zoning the presidential tickets. So you can see, since they are zoning it, you have to zone yours now, so as to attract the right people. The messaging in politics is very, very important. If you are not saying anything, or people feel you are saying something else, you are not conveying the right message. You need to be sending out the right message so that people will say, okay, these people are communicating, they're on the right path, they are doing the right thing. But if you fail to follow trends, if you fail to do the right things at the right time, then it might cost your party a lot. Thanks for watching.